Supply chains have evolved past linear, fragmented handoffs. They now operate as continuous, dynamic networks, where material and data flows are inseparable. Competitive advantage is built when these networks align with a firm's overarching strategy. When a technology investment is valuable, rare, and difficult to imitate, it functions as a mechanism for structural advantage rather than a standard operational upgrade. Amazon's allocation of over $200 billion into logistics between 2010 and 2024 created a network capable of delivery windows that conventional infrastructure cannot physically match. This investment altered the cost economics of fulfillment at a foundational level. Yet in 2026, a paradox persists. While 80% of manufacturers have dedicated significant budgets to AI and analytics, actual operational results frequently lag behind the capital expenditure. This gap exists because many organizations attempt to run advanced mathematical models on top of legacy data architectures. These older systems rely on batch information pulled hours or days after an event occurs, which is too slow for real-time AI. To distinguish genuine capability from industry hype, every technology investment must pass through a strict four-part evaluation: strategic fit, technology readiness, organizational readiness, and risk. Strategic fit requires the innovation to address a specific, measurable competitive gap. A tool must directly improve cost, responsiveness, flexibility, or resilience in a domain where the firm currently underperforms to generate actual value. Understanding how these investments succeed requires us to reconstruct the modern supply chain technology stack from the ground up, starting with the data layer that makes predictive orchestration possible. An AI system cannot predict or orchestrate what it cannot see. End-to-end visibility across the physical network is the mandatory starting point for higher-order capability. Most companies see only their warehouses and Tier 1 suppliers. Deeper tiers remain in a visibility gap where damaging disruptions originate silently. APIs and IoT sensors close this gap, transmitting live data from deepest tiers. Aggregating these streams creates the digital twin. While static network models are used for occasional design audits, a digital twin acts as a continuously updated virtual mirror of physical inventory and actual demand. A digital twin enables three core functions: live network monitoring, rapid scenario simulation, and testing decisions before physical execution. During a port strike, managers use the digital twin to simulate the impact on service levels based on actual, current inventory positions rather than historical averages. This live tracking also powers predictive ETAs. By accurately forecasting arrivals, distribution centers can staff receiving labor precisely and avoid the detention and demurrage charges associated with unplanned pickups. These capabilities provide immediate operational value, but their primary role is as the mandatory neurological infrastructure required for AI to function. The analytics maturity model provides a structure for how data is actually utilized in supply chain practice. Descriptive and diagnostic analytics occupy the first two levels. These tools rely on backward-looking data to answer what happened and why did it happen. Most supply chain organizations today operate at this level, relying on manually compiled historical reports extracted from their ERP systems. Reaching the third level requires crossing a data quality chasm. Predictive capability uses integrated signals to forecast what will happen next. Crossing this gap enables the prescriptive step, where AI models recommend specific actions like optimal replenishment. The supply chain control tower serves as the architectural bridge over this chasm. Traditional planning processes often cycle weekly or monthly in silos. A control tower replaces this by ingesting near real-time data across procurement, manufacturing, and logistics simultaneously. This visibility enables predictive orchestration. AI systems can preemptively reroute shipments or reallocate regional inventory the moment a disruption is detected. The next frontier involves Agentic AI, systems that autonomously negotiate with suppliers and execute reordering within strict, predefined parameters to achieve specific goals. Moving up the maturity model allows an organization to shift from investigating historical failures to structurally outpacing competitors in real time. We can observe the necessity of this predictive architecture by applying it to two immediate, non-negotiable operational pressures. First, localized delivery constraints. In markets with low population density, like Canada, standard home delivery can be financially unviable. Sustaining these logistics requires high-density route automation. Retailers now use AI route optimization to maximize stop density and deploy automated micro-fulfillment centers in urban areas to enable same-day delivery economics. The second pressure is the sustainability imperative, specifically concerning Scope 3 emissions under the Greenhouse Gas Protocol. Scope 3 emissions typically comprise 70 to 90% of a company's total carbon footprint. As this chart shows, these emissions originate entirely outside direct operations, hidden within supplier networks and inbound logistics. Directives like the European Union's CSRD have turned Scope 3 tracking into a hard regulatory requirement. This makes supply chain transparency a direct factor in a company's cost of capital. Complying with these mandates requires the same API and integration architecture used for a supply chain control tower. Verifying product-level emissions from a Tier 2 supplier in Vietnam is effectively impossible using manual spreadsheets. It requires a live system-to-system data feed. Furthermore, circular economy principles introduce chaotic variability through reverse logistics. Managing unpredictable return volumes requires a high level of predictive orchestration to remain profitable. Last-mile constraints and Scope 3 mandates are no longer isolated challenges. They are immediate tests of a company's foundational data integration. Despite the power of this architecture, many technology investments collapse during real-world implementation. Success depends on organizational readiness. A firm must prove it has the necessary human skills, standardized processes, and technology architecture in place before deployment. The primary barrier to capturing value from AI is data quality. Failure modes include master data inconsistency across systems, missing demand signals, and severe latency in data extractions. Feeding broken, inconsistent data into an AI control tower accelerates the generation of incorrect outcomes. This outcome quickly shatters the organizational trust required for the system to function. Walmart Canada's demand planning transformation provides a clear example of how to navigate these constraints. They achieved a 15 to 25% increase in forecast accuracy across their network. This improvement resulted from building a prerequisite foundation. Walmart integrated real-time point-of-sale data and captured external event signals before applying machine learning. They also prioritized human muddiness by training planners to interpret probabilistic forecasts. This groundwork turned a technology pilot into a measurable increase in in-stock rates and a reduction in markdowns. Their experience confirms a fundamental rule of innovation. Technology implementation must always follow process redesign. Distinguishing between expensive hype and genuine structural advantage ultimately requires a rigorous commitment to master data governance and operational readiness.